You know what? I'm doing this as a separate video, so I'm actually going to introduce it. Hello everybody, I'm Tom and you are watching me play Destiny 2. So, we have the exotic mission now. It's actually part of the main mission. If you look here, we have Final Shape complete the Destined Heroes quest, which is the Destined Heroes for Ergo some exotic, apparently. Someone's calling in and it's using a high frequency.
My guardian.
Hello,
My
Savathun.
friend. You. What a strange world we found ourselves in. The pale heart itself. I knew I'd see it someday, but not as its savior. Well, a savior among saviors. Your Mara was as formidable as ever. I'm impressed she was able to stabilize the Witness's portal long enough for your allies to slip through. Including myself. I don't believe I was invited. Forgive me, but we have a common cause. Besides, would you really turn me away at your time of need? Our relationship is conditional, transactional. I understand that. It couldn't be anything else. My loosened hive will still come after you. Make you sharp, as my sister would say. Consider it an act of love. Now, do what you do best. And when you need me, I'll be there. But after this, I don't owe you a thing.
Interesting. Investigate the activity of Savathun's loosened hive near the portal.
Guardian, be alert. I sense loosened hives swarming to your location. Too many to just be from Luzaku's brood. That is unlikely.
I think Mara's right. The loosened hive are setting up to attack the tower. We need to get down there.
Heads up. I've spotted some loosened hive crossing the mountain. It looks like they're on the move, same direction we are.
Mara spotted them too. Headed to the tower. You and Cayde be careful out there.
See if you can intercept them, Guardian. The last thing we need is hive light bearers catching us in a pincer.
Ah, there we go.
Figures. Savathun waited until we were down to kick us.
Isn't that the prevailing style, my sweet flappable friend? At least it's my style.
What the hell do you think you're doing? The entire universe is at stake. Why are your people attacking us?
Why indeed? Maybe you should ponder that little riddle a bit more. Let it roll around in your pretty little skulls. There's more than existence at stake within the Traveler. I'm sure you've so many guesses as to what my motives could be.
Interesting.
Look at you, Guardian, brimming with light and dark, like an overflowing teacup. Not so long ago, some would have called that heretical.
That's enough. We're trying to heal the Traveler. If we lose, so do you.
If my little army is enough to stop you from winning your fight, do you really think you have a chance against something like the Black Fleet?
You think you're helping us?
Oh,
Testing
I've
us.
always been helping us. But I'll admit, this little contingency is a tad more selfish than I've let on. Don't worry. We're almost done here.
We don't have time for your games.
Oh, that's all this is, Crow. A game of moving pieces and pretty shapes. But I'm looking beyond this one. Setting the pieces for the next with great anticipation.
Interesting. I see.
Welcome to the end, Guardian. Show me how you're going to stop it. Not bad, but not good enough. Not yet, anyway. I'll be watching.
Lucent Hive are falling back from the tower, regrouping. Savathun's brood are going to dig into the Traveler like ticks. We can't fight two wars at once, not in our state.
Leave the Witch Queen to me. I have a suspicion about what game she's at, and we can't let it distract us.
But... you're sure you've got this?
The Guardian and I can dispense with Savathun's brood.
Interesting.
Right now, the Vanguard needs you.
If anything changes, you know I'm here.
I know.
Interesting. So Savathun's doing something. Something selfish is what she said. But at the same time, in her own way, I think she thinks she's helping. Speak to Micha and Cayde through her conduit, the Arbor of Light.
Look at you, walking tall. Nice to meet you. I'm Micha and Cayde of the Six Coyotes. I'm used to ranging far and wide, but this whole new frontier, huh? Feels right to be where we are, though. You might know I shepherd on partner ghosts looking for guardians. I came to the Pale Heart following some of my flock who felt called here. Now, some of them have gone missing. This is a dangerous place in its current state. The Witness has done a real number on it. My friend Lee swears up and down the Traveler's hurt, that we've got to help it. It's not such a surprising conclusion to come to when you look at it. My charges were pretty twisted up about it last I saw them. They want to heal the Traveler too, but a ghost isn't meant to be alone. So here's my ask. You help me track down the ghosts who haven't come back. We solve whatever trouble they've gotten into. And then, if we are very good and a little lucky, maybe we help the Traveler while we're out there. This war has gone on so long. And despite all the battles we've won, we've never been so close to losing everything. If there's any chance this can help the Traveler, I need your help, Guardian.
Interesting. That makes sense. The console's been hastily but cleverly rigged for communications. When you approach it flickers to life. Micha and Cayde tells you about her mission to find and save unpartnered ghosts. They returned to help the Traveler as soon as they could, but the Witness's infection caused chaos. They need help. The console's interface shows an area of the Pale Heart that Micha has marked. She says she's receiving telemetry from a ghost in the area, but it must be damaged. The signal is unclear. You'll need to search to find it. She also says that some of the ghosts have helped scout safe zones within the Pale Heart. You should be able to use them as LZs to travel more efficiently. Well, this is worth doing. Ghost tracker. Check back later. Micha and Cayde is gathering further location telemetry. You've been given the location of a lost ghost. Open your map view to search the area of lost ghost. Alright everybody, so post-commentary here. I'm just going to come in here to interlude. There's actually kind of a mixing of quests in this end part of the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to separate all of the Micha stuff out into another video, because there's a bunch of cool lore in there, but it's more esoteric lore and less directly involved with the Final Shape story. It's more lore to do with what's coming next. There is some stuff in there because you're healing the Traveler by doing all of these quests for Micha, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this section out, aside from this first conversation, and then we're going to have all of the Micha stuff in a separate video. It's going to be more editing for me because I did it very haphazardly, like I did it all throughout as I was playing, but I think I'll put all of that into one video, and this here is just going to be the Ergo Sum quest. We're going to have the Cayde quest next as well, and that's going to be its own video. And then we're probably going to do the finale, because I'm actually recording this after the finale has come out and I played that. Oh, very, very good. So we'll have that, and then the Micha quest will come later in the week. Either probably tomorrow or the next day. I might have like 3 videos up today. We'll see. Anyway, that's enough for my interlude. Back to the video. Okay.
What's the story?
When you approach Cayde, he motions for you to lean in close. His voice is a too loud whisper. I see you got my coded message. It was just a regular message. Listen, I've heard a thing or two about a big threat. I'm talking top priority, code red, wandering around the Pale Heart. We can't call in the big guns for this one. Gotta keep it quiet. So how's about you, me, and Crow go track it down and take it out? Quietly, remember. And, alright, nothing suspicious about this at all. Wildcard. Investigate the unknown threat with Cayde and Crow. So this is the Still Hunt quest. Ghost has something he wants to talk to you about. Go to the ledge of the old tower in the Lost City and speak to him.
Keep your head down.
Hey, Ghost. Sitting on the ledge of the old tower, you bring Ghost out. He hovers in front of you, light blinking. Guardian, I've been doing a lot of thinking. I know I haven't been very enthusiastic about using darkness in the past, but at this point, we can't afford to ignore something that can help. I've been tracking leads of potential sources of power, both light and dark. I still think we should be careful, but... He dips slightly in the air. I think it's what the Traveler wants. Find a manifestation of darkness in the Cave of Seclusion. Find a manifestation in the light in the Cave of Refraction. Well, I will take both of those. All of this stuff I'm probably going to do off camera, is the reality of the situation. Lost in the light completed and found in the dark completed. Okay. Makes sense. Maybe I will do them now, considering they're part of Destined Heroes. Alright, I think I am going to take a break tonight. It is midnight. I've been playing for like 11 hours? 12 hours? Too much is the answer. Alright, we're back. So I'm going to continue the exotic quest that is part of the main quest, which means I need to go find a prismatic grenade for light and darkness. I'm going to, for the most part, ignore these Lucent Hive that are trying to kill me. I will take the chest, though. Interesting. Traveler's Abundance. A Traveler's Blessing mod has been unlocked. Navigate to the Traveler's Blessing menu to open the Pale Heart map and locate the Traveler's Blessing node. Okay. Well, we just happened to do that, so that works, I guess. So I'm gonna go map. Traveler's Blessings. Traveler's Blessings are powerful combat mods that are only active while in the Pale Heart. Equip one now to gain its effects. Okay, contacting Destiny 2 servers. It's annoying. Choose a Traveler's Blessing to activate. Well, the servers are fucked again, I guess.
Enemy signatures converging on
Alright,
your
there we go.
position.
Traveler's
Get
Blessings
ready.
unlocked. Here we go. Traveler's Blessings. Traveler's Blessing are powerful combat mods that are only active while in the Pale Heart. Equip one now to gain its effects. Expires in 26 hours. Interesting. So it's a daily buff? Defeating combats with void damage a chance to create void seekers that track nearby enemies and suppress them. So you choose one, and yet it expires in 26 hours. This is a weird system. Gets us our suppressor nade. Uncover House Salvation operations in the Blooming. Okay. So we're unlocking more stuff as we go. Okay, we're near Zavala's house, and the... Interesting,
Guardian,
the witness is gone.
We received a report from Crow that House Salvation are converging on the cradle.
House Salvation is fractured. The devoted here cannot be swayed from the witness's command.
Mithrax, I can hear the Traveler calling out in pain. Whatever House Salvation is doing, it ends now.
Okay. Oh. Oh, we're gonna be buddy-buddy with Mithrax? That'd be fun. up, buddy? Gonna help me murder?
Guardian, a mobile data center lies ahead. It appears to be shielded with a power source near your location. Dismantle their defenses, and I will splice into House Salvation's communications. Together, we will reveal House Salvation's intentions.
Cool. I gotta break the shield somehow.
This is not what I expected. House Salvation are trying to tap into the root of paracausal power here.
The tree.
According to their data, the tree regulates paracausal energy flowing through it, both light and dark.
It appears they're mapping that flow through the Traveler, looking for vulnerable points.
I've got a copy of the data. Let's move.
Alright everyone, we're back. It is actually day 3 of Destiny. So, last time we were doing Lost in Light. We want to do that again. However, it kind of broke on me last time. So we will continue. I didn't really get to play much yesterday because I was editing my campaign footage, like, all day. Well, editing, then rendering, then uploading. So it made it hard to play. And then by the time I really got down to start playing, the servers went down. So, yeah. The second day was a wash. But today, we are going to do all of the exotic missions and knock them all out in one, I think.
I've got a copy of the data. Let's move.
Perfect. Alright, so I feel like this bugged last time, although maybe I just was misunderstanding the step. Pursue House Salvation agents through the Pale Heart.
Mithrax, if I'm
there we
reading
go.
this data correctly, it looks like we need to get below the tree, to its root system.
House Salvation has erected barriers preventing entry, but their power sources are remote. This technology... It is a hybrid of Elixni and Pyramid design. It carries no spirit, like Scorncraft. It can be disabled, but the interface is unfamiliar to me. The splice will require time.
Interesting. So it did indeed break last night. That's what I expected.
These machines operate by harvesting paracausal energy. Some utilize light, others darkness.
We've seen tech like this before. It's only ever designed to handle one polarity of paracausal energy. Harvest their energy and force it into the machines.
I know this Elixni. It's not possible.
Mithrax?
By your light, bring them to justice, Guardian.
Destroyed. Brilliant. Gets rid of the shield. There's the boss. Look at that damage. It's not half bad. Aside from the invulnerability, but you know.
Vanished. The coward has fled.
Mithrax, who was that?
A shadow of my shameful life. stretching out from the past to chase me.
Don't let it rattle you. We've restored the tree's energy flow and kept it out of the enemy's hands. But we can't leave an enemy operative unaccounted for.
Agreed. I propose my House Salvation contacts work alongside your agents. We will hunt this foe together. Elixni, like that captain, have forgotten themselves. After millennia adrift, abandoned, they step within the great machine and choose to despoil this sacred place in service to the one who caused the whirlwind. They must be brought to justice.
It is an interesting point, really. They're mad because the whirlwind, but the witness literally caused it. Consecration, fantastic. I've been wanting consecration for a long time. The Hollow Part 2. To travel to Europa and eliminate the Wrathborn threat. Sure, but first things first. Consecration knockout, baby. I need to go collect all the fragments at some point, but for now it should be fine. Consecration will do ignite. So I guess I probably want a darkness nade. Let's go shackle. And I probably want Twilight Arsenal for Void Super. So this here, by the way, knockout Consecration with Frenzied Blade, so I get 3 melee charges. This is the build I wanted to do through the campaign, but with Twilight Arsenal as a super. But I didn't unlock the required aspect by the end. We got it now, baby. So, Mithrax.
Guardian, my hidden have turned up some information on the captain who fled the tree. His name is Cora. He was Aramis's right hand until we retook Seraph Station. After our last meeting, my agents tracked him to Europa. They're rallying a counterattack to retake the tree. We can't risk a setback at this stage in our operation.
Cora does not deserve the rank of captain. Let us do what I should have done long ago.
Long ago? We're with you, Mithrax. Hopefully we can stop him before he draws any more Elixni into this fight.
I really like these missions alongside teammates. Oh. Sorry, I see, explosive shank. I shoot. Boy, bud.
A small suffering for the promise of Reese Reborn can be intoxicating.
That's what the Witness's philosophy does. It takes hope and twists it into a lie.
Hello.
Guardian, I can disable those shields, but I need you to route access to the Shank's remote control node.
Good cover, Mithrax. Nice. Work, bud. Trust me, I don't think all captains look alike, but I thought that was Mithrax. Not gonna lie. Look, I ain't racist, but all captains kind of look alike.
Mithrax, this seems personal.
Yes. When I plundered with the old crews, my mother was captain. As command passed to me, She remained a specter of power. Violence aged me, and I cut ties with that life. With her. Silent years passed before I learned of a sobering truth. She was long dead, killed by Cora of the House of Winter. And for him, I will redraw my blade.
Kill this motherfucker together, Mithrax. Mithrax, the OG Elixir. I'm with him all the way. Escort mission. Interesting. Nice. Very short escort mission, but a cool one nonetheless. Don't know how you got in front of me, Mithrax. I'm just going to assume you spliced your way in.
I am not proud of that time, Guardians. I have tried to move beyond it, but it seems our pasts are restless beasts.
I've locked away pieces of my past as well, to protect myself and others. Youth is chaotic, but if we command that energy, mold it into something better, like you and I've done in the city.
Yes, like we will continue to do in the future.
But for now, I think we can manage a few secrets from the past.
I don't want to miss lore, so I'm very careful when it comes to moving forward too much when we have dialogue going on. Oh, another escort mission. Cool. Sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not. I actually quite like an escort mission if it's like this, where it's like fast. So close, buddy.
Cora, I am Mithrax, son of Enax, and I am your end.
Rappeto dai. Hey, you got a shield.
You have nothing to say for yourself.
More exploity shanks. Even these missions have, like, mechanics in the fights. The mechanics are a bit more trivial because the enemies don't do enough damage that it matters, but I like it nonetheless. Surely Mithrax gets the final blow. I got you, buddy.
Answer me!
Damn!
Silence.
There wasn't much of Cora left in there. It looked more like one of the witnesses' hollowed out vessels.
I wanted him to know that Mithrax delivered judgment upon Cora. Now, at least, it is done. Rest, Spirit of Enox. Your son has avenged you.
Put your mind at ease, Kell of Light. You can celebrate this victory. Thank you for sharing her story.
Many in her salvation still require our aid. And I could... Oh, this brush with my youth brings my daughter to mind. her hopes, her ambitions. There are many who would prey upon them. Many who would twist her kindness.
She'll find her path, just like we have. Because she has you to guide her.
I hope you will guide her as well. She holds the great Ikora Ray in the highest respect.
You have my word.
Love you, buddy. Going deeper this time. Hammer of Soul, got the super too. Cool.
Devotion to my potential. I don't know what you think that potential is, or why you left me this.
What do you see when you hold that weapon in your hands?
Lessons stained into the blade.
Wrong. You're spending too much time looking at blemishes. Devote yourself to them, and you miss the edge's sharpness, the sturdiness of the haft. All things have potential, if they are properly cared for. If not, they rust, they chip, and eventually, they shatter. People are no different. I was in command. There was an alliance to protect, and you were chipping away at yourself. You were a new light with a future. It was my responsibility to care for you. Now, it's time you figured out what that future is.
That's how he has the axe. Did I miss a lore thing back here? I have to go back now. This way? Is there like a... Because that was the memory of Saladin. Do we have a memory of... Let me know in the comments if I missed lore here. Because I will be kind of pissed if I did. I mean, I'll be able to look it up on YouTube later anyway, so it's not the end of the world, but... Still irritating, you know? I do like my lore, so it will be a shame were I to miss it. So is that now completed? Lost in Light is completed, so Found in Dark is what we want to do next. I feel like I want to get to the end of this relatively quick. I'm also intrigued about this sword, because it says I have 2 remaining for completing Pathfinder, which is interesting. I also... Last night, my mate James was like, so do you know about the sword? And I said, no, not really. And he goes, oh, okay then. And then didn't say anything else, which was cryptic. But it also means the sword is cool, so we'll have to look into that. Another feather. Interesting. Could be like a bunch of collectibles. Maybe I should be taking note of where all these are, but at the same time... I am probably going through too slowly for that guide to be useful for people, if there is a guide to find them all, because I am sure there is already one out. Esoteric probably has it covered. So, if you want to find feathers, just go to Esoteric's channel, I'm sure he's got it up. Assuming they're not random spawning, they could be random spawning, but they seem collectible to me. Shiver Strike. There is lore here. I bet I missed Crow lore. Fuck.
On the eve before battle, we once carved messages on the inside of the ornamentation we wore upon our tusks. Last words, you might say.
It's cool.
Bodies were left to rot where they fell, but these bands were returned to the families of the dead and passed down across generations. I will wear my ancestors for this Operation Ahamkara.
No. I need you here in the city.
You and Savathun must ring it with your spears. In all my years, I have faced certain death countless times, and yet never have I felt closer to it than in this moment.
Unlike my ancestors, your people count on a triumphant return.
Empress, I don't think I return from this mission.
Is it that you expect not to return? Or perhaps, Commander, is it that you hope not to?
Cayde being insightful. This also means I definitely miss Crow lore, and I'm mad about it. I'll look it up on YouTube, it's fine. Or you can spoil it in the comments, that's fine too.
Guardian, the Shadow Legion is on the move. Crow reports they're transporting heavy equipment across the Pale Heart, but we don't know to what end.
Your metal is needed, Guardian. Find my father's traitor legion and leave them in ruin. Tales of your tenacity never match seeing your battle prowess firsthand. It is why my legions watch your crucible. But at this time, I am reminded of stories of not only Guardians, but the lightless, rallying in defense of their homes in the face of insurmountable odds. To strike down an invasion, to free the traveler, to break the witness.
I do like the Cabal.
This terrain, like a wasteland flattened by battle. I see the cratered ruin of my homeworld in this place. When the Hive invaded, Zebu Arath's steps imprinted death into the streets of every city across Torbattle. But even against the coming Armageddon, we persevere. My armada rose from those flames, as did our coalition.
Hey, motherfucker.
The Guardian has the task well in hand. You can finish without me.
I would hear your counsel. Stay. Revel in the destruction of your enemies. Your voice pairs well against the gunfire.
My voice. I'm not in the mood to entertain, Empress.
When you call Osiris from his studies, or Eris, Ikora, the Guardian, even myself, we all attend these operations, despite our mood.
You're trying to strong-arm me.
I'm succeeding.
Yeah, I think Cayde would probably always win a strong arm competition, eh? Even against a Titan. More lore, please.
The Shadow Legion have set up an extractor. They're trying to harvest the light from the Traveler.
Makes sense. It's exactly the kind of thing they would do.
Guardian, you will not fight alone. I will not stand aside and watch as my father's poisonous legacy defiles this place.
Take one of my axes.
Fight to my last breath.
What's up, Cayde? I will take Cayde's warband any day of the week. Fun fight.
May they burn forever in fires of their own making.
Good
We're
line.
not done yet. Crows intercepted Shadow Legion chatter to and from this outfit. This is a widespread operation.
Then we will find them all and break them one by one. Together.
Empress, you should take the lead on this.
No. You are Vanguard Commander. You will lead, and all of Sol will follow.
I like Cayde. I like Cayde a lot. I also like the fact that I'm unlocking darkness subclasses with the Zavala story, and I was getting light subclasses with the Crow story. It's very, thematically fitting, I think.
We're done.
We're done here when I say we're done here. How dare you dismiss my command like that?
That was not a command. It was vengeance, pure and simple, and you know it. You're better than that.
Call it what it is. At least I have the spine to take action. Meanwhile, you sit back here at your pathetic war table, sulking.
I'm grieving our fight.
And I'm grieving our friend, Zavala. His killer walks free, and you're too high and mighty to give the order yourself. So you sit back and let the Guardian do your dirty work for you. You disgust me.
Fuck, Ikora. I mean, I get it, angry after Cayde death, but fuck, Ikora. And, by the way, like, Zavala was kind of right here. You can't just abandon the city so you can go off on a vengeance campaign. But, you know, killing Aldrin was fun, so I can't complain. Found in the dark. Destroy the Shadow Legion minor operations in the Divide. Sure.
Our intel suggests that the Shadow Legion have set up their light harvesting operation in the mountains, using the storm as cover.
We will flush these cowards out of hiding and trample them beneath our boots.
What's up, Cayde?
At your side, Guardian. We fight together.
Cayde, withdraw. That area is too dangerous. Let the Guardian handle it.
Or you could join me, Commander.
Come on, Zavala, you know you want to come in. Ooh, Scions. I can get rid of those for you, Cayde. Give me 1 second. Yeet. Got it covered. I wasn't gonna make that gap. It would have been fucking epic, but I wasn't gonna make it.
Excellent work, Guardian.
Empress, there's no need for this recklessness.
Recklessness requires impulsivity, but I am in full control of this battlefield, Zavala. Without fear, without hesitation, as you should be.
I mean, she's right.
Cayde, I'm not afraid of the battlefield because I'm lightless. I'm not afraid to die.
I know that. Commander Zavala has never feared death. I wished to see life on your face again. This dour attitude doesn't suit you. I'd rather you be wielding your rage in a shimmering fist.
You might get that wish.
I bet this is what it's gonna be. He's gonna be drilling at his home, like above his wife's grave or something. Or his son's grave, I guess, technically. I keep forgetting his wife technically left him.
Why here? Of all places.
Guardian, that platform must be brought down. Go!
That Goliath tank is invulnerable. I just wasted my super.
Zavala, this tiny house. Is this
a memory of a time long past family. Simpler, smaller times.
You dwelled here. I see. My homes were palaces, vast and cold. Nothing so inviting as this. Your memory honors them.
I failed them. My family. Like I failed Taj.
No. Steel your mind against these old wounds. We are so much more than the scars of our failures, Zavala.
Did Eris tell you that?
No, small man. You did. They chose to face insurmountable odds in defense of those they loved. And when we are finished, we will celebrate them together in ways that will shame and awe our ancestors.
Good line, Cayde. It's a damn good line.
Bring him back. Bring him back. I can't. Take my light. You know I can't. Would you bring him back if you could? Find a way, Taj. Please. Bring back my son.
Poof. Fuck, man. Nothing gets me quite like a parent grieving their dead child. Possibly one of the saddest things literally ever.
It was only a matter of time before Savathun showed herself. She is not capable of letting this moment pass without placing a claw on the scales. For now, she has exactly what she wants. Uncertainty. We will take that from her. Track down her brood and pull back the veil from her plans.
Alright, you guys were just chilling.
Mara sobbed, so eager to spar with gods at the drop of a hat. Aren't you tired of losing to me?
I seem to recall your logic rebuked. Your ghost being imprisoned by the Vanguard. That tastes of anything but loss.
The sword logic was always tarnished. But your bomb logic also went down in flames. Quite spectacularly, if I do say so myself. 2 queens. Failed by ideology. We adapt or die, and it's a new age. Isn't that right, Your Majesty?
Alright, I kind of like this already. I do quite like Savathun. I mean, evil, but I like it. Interesting.
Do you see it yet? The end of our little game, buried between memory and material.
Between dark and light. What trinket from the past holds your attention so?
Not a trinket, a perspective. The knowledge of angles, of edges, and the points at which they end. A convincing argument from Sister Superior, you could say.
Interesting.
No, she couldn't have meant. Guardian, those taken. I need you to focus your efforts on destroying them and releasing their energy. As much of it as you can.
Mara, what did you do?
Placed a finger on the scales. The darkness inside of you is surging, like standing on the threshold of being taken. You see how they see.
Whoa.
Savathun's plan was never about hiding anything, but revelation. Look for what is out of place, and bend it back. I cannot hold it any longer.
I feel the Traveler's pain too, you know. Without me, the Witness would have swept Saul away a long time ago.
How noble of you. I am sure your intentions were pure, with no ulterior motive.
We play an unwinnable game, meant to extend on forever. And I've shown you how to change the rules time and time again, without even a thank you.
There will be a day when you've run out your usefulness, witch. When you will have no greater scheme to protect you from our wrath.
I'm not too sure about that, Mara, if I'm being perfectly honest.
We must know what is happening here. Guardian, destroy the Taken. I require their power.
Oh, hey, bitch.
Move, Guardian! Reveal what lies here. I will hold as long as I am able.
Wait. I feel light. But it's out of phase? A light fissure. But it exists in an entirely different state of matter than we can normally perceive.
But the Taken can.
Ah, you figured it out. Just in time. Here they come now.
This one comes to your aid, Guardian.
Thanks, Lazaku.
You need not fight alone.
There are fissures of light all across the Pale Heart that exist out of phase with the material world, ones brimming with potential. Now that I know how to find them, I should be able to help the Traveler.
Then we're both getting what we want. How nice when light bearers find mutually beneficial outcomes. You're welcome. And thank you for not interfering as much as you could have.
Words spoken on borrowed time. You only live because a threat more pressing overshadows you.
Oh, there's no need to flatter me. You can save your love for later when all of this comes back around.
If you're so interested in helping, call off the Lucent Brood. Help us fight the Traveler's enemies.
Guardians, always wanting more. Don't look a tithing thrall in the maw, little ghost.
Updated idiom, but I guess it works. Thank you, Luzaku. I still don't know if she's working with Savathun or against Savathun. It's hard to tell, to be honest. Sup, Ghost? Guardian, I think we're in completely new territory. Light and darkness are powerful, but unbalanced. We need to unify them into one coherent force, or they'll tear us apart. The dyadic prism resonates. It's leading us to unify light and darkness. Dyadic prism, a peculiar flawless crystal. Within it, motes of light and darkness tumble and twist, both attract and repelled by one another. Interesting. Use the dyadic prism to access the new landing zone in the Sacrarium and claim your destiny. All I know is there's something special about this sword. I don't know what it is, which is nuts that I remained unspoiled on this. Nope, not that way. Whoa. Lots of light, lots of ghosts. Make your fate.
We stand together on the precipice of annihilation. All our battles and all our losses have led to this moment. One final battle against the architect of the collapse. One last step together into the end.
In spite of all the power the Witness has, we stand undefeated. We have endured endless tragedies, endless losses. But we come back fighting. Today is no different.
Just a god of darkness. We got this, right?
Together, we do.
Cool. It's interesting. There's a light covering a darkness statue. Alright, time to look at this sword, shall we? Oh, it's a special sword? Ergo sum. Heavy attacks grant cluster missiles to sword wielders. Huh? There's an aggressive frame, powerful heavy swings, and it gets a slam, which is the coolest type of sword. We get tempered, hungry, or honed, enduring guard or burst guard, transcendent duelist. This weapon collects less ammo. Final blows with this weapon accelerate light and darkness mastery, deals increased damage while transcendent, defeating targets lengthens transcendence. Okay. And it has wolfpack rounds? Powered heavy attacks cause nearby sword wielders to emit tracking missiles with every attack. Huh? Hang the fuck on. Give me a second. Wait. Does it get random ass perks? Was that because I had Galahorn equipped? Or is this just... I am so confused. I happen to have Galahorn equipped, which has now confused the fuck out of me, so because I don't know whether or not that's... Oh, I'm so confused. It's void. Is it always void? Is it void because my special was void? Who knows? Let's do this. I'm so confused right now. My assumption is this sword gets an exotic perk based off... Additional rolls of this exotic sword can be earned from the first 2 Pantheon completions each week, or overthrow completions in the current daily target zone. Huh. It rolls random exotic perks, doesn't it? Now I'm really confused, because I had fucking Wolfpack round... okay, so we were gonna just do other quests, but I need to check something. They were Wolfpack rounds, so it was only doing 1 rather than a bunch. I guess that makes sense. I need to get another roll on this sword to make sense of it, I think. But seemingly, it does just give me Wolfpack rounds. It only gives me 1 Wolfpack round per hit, so it's not as OP as I was expecting. But, if you get you're giving it to a whole team, I guess it's probably also pretty good, hey? Interesting. Additional rolls on this exotic sword can be earned from the first 2 Pathfinder completions. Okay, so that's the other thing we can do. Let's look at the Pathfinder completion. Sure, grab that. Grab those two. Pilot Arsenal kills, that'll happen. Alright everybody, and that is going to be it for the Ergo Sum quest. I'm still not entirely sure what this sword is. My assumption currently is that this is always the same, so you always get Transcendent Duelist, so it's good to use with Prismatic. And this is a random exotic trait off other weapons. That's my assumption currently. Because it seems nuts to get Wolfpack rounds on this. My only question is how you determine it, or is it just purely random rolled? And the reason that that's confusing to me is because when I collected this, I had Galahorn on. So I don't know if it inherited it from the weapon I had welding, or whether it... I don't know, I'm just confused, alright? It may have been pure coincidence and I'm just psyching myself out for nothing, but... I don't know. I do like it though, it seems cool. If it is what I think it is, it seems very cool. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. If you like the video, please leave a like, subscribe, all that kind of jazz, and I shall see you next time. Bye guys.